This is our Mad Hatter hat, at least the beginning of it, made from old postal boxes and a few other boxes. Anyway, this is the frame for it, but we need to cover it with something to give it that finished look. So we're going to use this black cloth material, not this one. I'm going to use this black cloth material and wrap it around there and glue it to it. And let's see what we can do. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Welcome to the Mad Hatter Hat Factory. This is where all the official Mad Hatter hats are made. And you could probably even do it better than this, but I don't know. Let's see. Anyway, first thing you want to do is you're going to make a headband. Oops. Measure your head. My head's about 22 inches around. Your head might be bigger, or it might be smaller. Who knows? Anyway, it probably won't be perfectly round, but this is a good way to start. Make yourself a headband, and if you have some nice woman to help you, she can tape it to your head. Don't tape it too tight, though. You don't want to cut off the circulation. Anyway, there's a headband. Now notice it's not perfectly round. It's a little oblong. That's like the shape of your head. So you'll use this as a template. This is going to be the brim of the hat. And we're just using regular postal cardboard made from old postal boxes and postal envelopes. Anyway, so you can see this coincides to the shape of your head to some extent. So you'll draw the size of the brim that you want. I tried to get the maximum size brim from this piece of cardboard. Then you'll just cut a hole in the center. It doesn't have to be perfect. Nobody's going to see this. And then you see these tabs here? This is on the brim. Take a close up of this. See? These are the tabs. Now, the body of the hat is going to go around this, and you're going to glue this to the body of the hat. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you want it to be a little bigger than smaller. You can adjust these, and these lips will be glued to the main part of the hat. Anyway, okay, so we have this, and this is going to be the top of the hat. Okay, and we'll worry about this last. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is make the main body of the hat. This is going to go around like this. Okay? So the first thing we'll have to do, well, this is just a postal envelope. Anyway, so I'm measuring up 2 inches in the center, and then just cut it from each end like this. Okay, put the other side. Now, remember I told you that my head's about 22 inches around, and that's where this mark is, approximately. Okay? It's kind of hard to get this exactly right the first time you do this. But, so, first thing we're going to do, just to approximate this, is we're going to staple this together. Later on you're going to be using glue. So remember, the top of the hat, we want the top of the hat to flare out. That's the reason for cutting it on this angle. If you want it to be straight up, it's a little easier. You don't even have to do this.
But you'd look like Abraham Lincoln.
But yeah, you'll look like Abraham Lincoln if you do a straight stovetop top hat. You want to make a Mad Hatter hat, so you want it to flare out. Okay, so get it like this. Okay, now, so this is going to be top of the hat. So it's not quite wide enough, so I'm just going to put this piece in. You're going to have to figure out exactly where it goes for your particular hat, but this is approximately right. Notice how it flares out. Alright, so we have this, and this is going to go inside here like this, see? like this. And see how the bottom fits flush. Okay. Now, if you want over here, you can look down here. Now, I'm not going to do this right now, but what you'll do is you're going to put like Elmer's glue or something, Elmer's glue or this is Tie-Bond glue, and you're going to put it all around, all on this. And I hope you're not squeamish about getting your hands all gooey, but you'll press these pieces up against it and hold it. Eventually they'll stick. Okay. Now, if you want, you can trim this off a little. You're going to trim the whole thing off later. I'm just going to trim it off to make it straight on the top. Now, don't forget, this is the brim of the hat, so you have to cut this. I'll cut it now. Okay. Now, you can make this brim any shape you want. I just have a circular cut here. Alright, that's the brim of the hat. Now, the last but not least is remember we're going to put this on here and glue the brim of the hat to the body of the hat, and then we need the top. So this will just be a circular piece. You measure that, and you'll cut slits in it like this. See these slits? And then just bend these over. I'm doing this very fast and very crude. I am the Mad Hatter, you know. I'm sure you can take your time and play around with this. And if you get it wrong, it's not a big deal. It's just a little cardboard. So you're going to be doing the same thing with this. You're going to just saturate this whole lip with glue, and then you'll be pressing it right in here. See, now it's a little too big. I always think a little too big. You can always trim it back a little. Okay, so that's the top of your hat. So that's all made. Now the last thing you're going to need is some material to cover it with. Now I'm just using this black material. This was used on roofs actually. That's tarred for roofs. Or you can use any kind of fabric that you like. So after you get everything cut the way you want it, you'll paint the entire hat with glue and just wrap it with your material, trim it off, and voila! You have a Mad Hatter hat. Of course, you want to do a little finishing work. You got to put a little more trim on it and touch it up. But that's all there is to it. That's all I wanted to show you. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.